Welcome back to the show, everybody. You know, retirement is supposed to mean financial stability for seniors, but increasingly, this is sad, Americans over the age of 65 are getting into trouble with debt and turning to bankruptcy courts for relief. Welcome our great friend, Chattanooga bankruptcy attorney Aaron Epstein. And let me just say, you know, we love having you on because I love to talk to you. You become not only a counselor and a psychologist for people, but you know what, you really care about what happens to your clients. It's just, it's not a business for you.
Thank you.
It's nice to see.
It's a profession.
And this is very sad that the people who have wanted to retire and wanted to enjoy that part of their life, they can't.
It is tragic, and I've seen the transition over 35 years, and specifically the last 8 to 10 years, where my clientele, of course I'm getting older too, but my clientele now is probably 20 to 25% fixed income, which back in the day, you would just tell them over the phone, don't worry, nobody can touch that money, even if you put it in the bank. But it doesn't work that way anymore. My
parents, your parents, that generation would never think of filing bankruptcy, but you know what, it's just reality these days for so many people. Let me go ahead and show this graphic up on the screen. And once again, our topic is seniors and bankruptcy. All right, Aaron, are Social Security funds protected?
Absolutely, 100%. You can put that money in the bank. The bank is not legally allowed to honor a levy or an execution on those funds. Nobody can touch that money.
What about retirement funds, a 401k, investments in stocks? Can that be touched?
If it's a 401k, if it's a legitimate 401k, it's protected. You can have $1 million in that, and you can file a bankruptcy, and if you had to, nobody can touch those funds. So those are protected. Now, if you just have stocks in an account, not so much. That's personalty, and under Tennessee law, you get $10,000 worth of personal property exempted per person in a husband and wife situation.
All right, is your house at stake? And I guess this is when maybe a reverse mortgage would come in, but is your house at stake? Can they take that asset?
Depends on how much equity you have in it. If you're 62 years or older, your husband and wife in Tennessee, you get a $25,000 exemption. So if you had a $100,000 house and you owed $75,000, you're going to be fine. Got a $100,000 house and you only owe $50,000 on it, you got a problem. And the Chapter 13 program is a workaround to help people who may have too much equity.
I don't know if this is something that you can answer, but when you move into an assisted living or maybe a retirement village or even a nursing home, will they look at your financial situation? Will they ask about, I mean, how public is that bankruptcy information for people?
Well, I don't know the answer as far as retirement homes. I do understand that your assets can be significant in what you're able to pay when you go into one. So I don't think the bankruptcy, they can't discriminate if you filed one, but if you have assets, I think that a lot of these retirement homes are, as I understand it, they take possession or equitable title to those assets to help pay for your care.
All right, let me ask you this final question. Do medical bills go away if you're a senior and you're thinking about filing bankruptcy?
Absolutely, instantly. Bankruptcy eliminates all medical debt.
What do you hear from seniors who come to you, who sit across from you at your desk, or you're doing consultation? What do you hear from these people who've worked their entire lives?
Well, it's heart-wrenching just because, like you say, these are supposed to be the golden years. Of course, the Great Recession didn't help anybody because the way you avoid being in my office, for the most part, is you save like crazy. When you're younger, you save, save, save. But when things happen that you can't control, illnesses, uncovered medical expenses, maybe you have a car wreck, you weren't expecting to have to work till you were 70. And
you know, like your commercials say that you see all the time, you know, if you're not sleeping at night, it could be the biggest relief that you could have is to get help and to file bankruptcy. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about it. It's happening to so many people.
Or at least get informed, get educated. That's the main thing.
It's great to have you here. Let me show the information one more time. And there it is, one of the best, moneyproblems.com. If you go to that website, it is so helpful because you can ask questions, you can get those answers. It is right there. He has been doing this forever. Moneyproblems.com. Aaron, it's just an honor to have you here. 752-3000. Hopefully, we've helped some senior citizens with some tough situations. We're back after this.